Let's talk training this week on Working Yourself Wednesday. Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Work on Yourself Wednesday. I'm Cory Mosley. This week I want to talk about your in-store training program, and I quickly want to give you some quick tips on what I'd like you to be considering as you start that engagement. And I hear it all over the country. I mean, we have situations where there's no training going on. I mean, who are we kidding? And then we have some situations where we're training every day. And I hear that, Cory, we train every day, save a deal meetings, we're sitting down. And I want to give you kind of a three-step process to what I'd like you to think about in that training engagement. I want you to think about freshness, frequency, and then follow-up. So from a freshness standpoint, are we just trying to do drills and drill down on the same concepts? Or have we taken the time to reevaluate some of the training that we're doing? All training is not created equal. If the phone script and some of the engagement scripts have been there and they say at the bottom, it has the copyright, if it says like 1984 on it, it's probably an opportunity for us to make some change. The other thing was frequency. So we talked about that. Is training every day necessary? Should it be Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays? How often are you doing it? And is it the same thing, or is it scheduled and staggered? So are we creating different scenarios or environments that we are training based on? Then the next thing is, of course, follow-up. How do we follow up? Are we treating our training program like a class where we're testing for competency, where we're sharing concepts, strategies, and engagement, and then going back to make sure we understand it, or are we just moving on? So I want you to think about that as a three-step process: freshness, frequency, and follow-up. And I hope it takes a step to kind of reignite. See, a lot of times what we do is very monotonous, right? We're out there, we're greeting customers, we're talking to them on the phone, we're working them online. As a manager, you're working deals, you've got responsibility for the sales team, gross profit, you've got all this responsibility to go around. So sometimes training ends up last, but sometimes we just go with what we know. We go with the autopilot effect, as I like to call it. So I'm hoping here, as I'm reaching you with your training program, it's an opportunity to reignite and re-fire up the opportunities that are being created in the store and the type of training and messaging that's being done.